This couple was kidnapped by a psychopath, and they are going to be fed to a very hungry shark. A couple named Greg and Heather intended to see sharks. They hadn't booked anything but went straight to the location and found an old man who could book them a boat to see sharks. Not long after, the boat owner named Tucker arrived. They made a deal and went out to sea. During the trip, Moses revealed that he had once been bitten by a shark. The couple then got ready to see sharks, but before that, Tucker gave them some ancient tips. They took a deep breath and performed a ritual. Underwater, they saw so many sharks. Heather panicked, but Greg calmed her down. It was one of the best experiences they ever had. But once back on the boat, Tucker stabbed and pushed Greg into the sea, causing Heather to scream hysterically. Zephyr was a free-spirited surfer woman. She lived a nomadic life, moving from one beach to another, enjoying the serenity of nature and the unpredictable waves. Zephyr was known to be cheerful and independent, with a strong, adventurous spirit. Zephyr met a man whose car had broken down and wanted a ride. His name was Moses. They grew closer until they made love at Moses' house. After sleeping together, Zephyr continued her journey to the beach to surf, but she realized she had forgotten something, her key to attach the fin. Zephyr then asked someone parked nearby if they had a fin key. It turned out to be Tucker, who lent her the key. Soon after, while Zephyr was texting Moses, someone covered her face with plastic from behind. The woman fainted, and Tucker took her onto the boat. Meanwhile, the next morning, Moses found Zephyr's car parked by the beach. Zephyr woke up with her hands tied. Next to her was Heather. They were both victims of Tucker's abduction. Zephyr screamed, but it was in vain. They were in the middle of the ocean, no one would hear them. While Tucker relaxed, Moses saw someone towing Zephyr's car and reported her missing to the police. Even though he had only known Zephyr for one night, or maybe 11 hours. On the boat, they exchanged stories. Zephyr asked Heather for her bra because it had a wire. She tried to use it to remove her handcuffs. Soon they heard footsteps. Tucker brought them food. Tucker asked what was going on. Thankfully, Zephyr managed to divert his attention. Tucker started to approach Zephyr, touching her hair, saying she was beautiful. Fortunately, Zephyr wasn't harmed. Tucker left. She returned the bra and hurried to remove her cuffs using the wire, but suddenly her vision blurred. It was the effect of the drink she had earlier. Tucker came in and realized Zephyr had tried to escape. A bright light turned on. She found herself tied up, surrounded by the dark ocean. Tucker, with his camera, was ready to start. He cut Heather's hair, woke her up, and hung her over the sea. Tucker slowly lowered her, and the sharks below were ready to devour her. Zephyr begged Tucker to stop. Now half of Heather's body was in the water. Tucker filmed it. Sharks attacked Heather, tossing her around, ripping her apart. Heather was dying and cold, but Tucker seemed to enjoy the show. He turned the camera to Zephyr, who was terrified. That night, Tucker danced, celebrating his success, while Zephyr mourned her fate. Would she be shark food next? Zephyr saw a wall with Heather's name written on it. She tried to erase it and found another name underneath, revealing that they weren't the only victims. Indeed, inside Tucker's cabinet were recorded videos and hair from previous victims. Zephyr began to despair, feeling helpless. Moses still felt empty, missing the woman he liked. Where had she gone? He accidentally found Zephyr's surfboard, the one he had seen in her car before. Tucker brought breakfast and a bucket for her to use as a toilet. When Tucker left, Zephyr broke the handle of the L bucket. Tucker was a psychopath. He was mixing a drug to sedate Zephyr, but as he was about to inject the drug into her neck, Zephyr stabbed him in the neck using the sharp bucket handle. Tucker fell and hit his head. He passed out. Zephyr unlocked her cuffs. Tucker woke up and tried to catch her. As he climbed the stairs, she stabbed his leg with the sedative. Zephyr kicked his face until he fell. She tried to call for help using the radio, but no one answered. Near the boat, there was another boat. Zephyr screamed and swam toward it, but the sedative took effect. She passed out. Rescue teams began searching for Zephyr while checking surveillance footage. Moses noticed something odd. The car passed just moments after Zephyr's car appeared. Moses investigated the logo he saw and tracked it down. Meanwhile, Tucker was out buying supplies at sea. He even spotted another woman, his potential next victim. Moses began searching Tucker's boat. Though afraid of breaking the law by boarding it without permission, he did it for Zephyr. There, he heard a sound and sure enough, Zephyr was found with her hands tied. Moses called the police, but unfortunately, Tucker had returned to the boat. He attacked Moses and ended the 911 call. Moses almost died, but managed to fight back. The tables turned. Tucker was being choked and nearly died, but his friend arrived to help him. However, upon realizing Tucker was keeping a woman hostage, the friend was shocked. Tucker killed his own friend. Panicking, Tucker realized the boat's fuel was running low. Now Moses and Zephyr were captured. Tucker was going to perform a daytime show since the fuel was almost gone. Tucker lowered Moses into the water, where hungry sharks circled him. Zephyr begged Tucker to stop and offered to take Moses's place. It was a romantic gesture, but Tucker wasn't moved. He preferred horror, so he kept Moses in the water and recorded him. But the sharks weren't interested. Moses remained calm. Tucker brought him back up and stabbed his stomach to let the blood attract the sharks. But Tucker noticed something. He saw a patrol boat in the distance. He postponed the act. Seeing Moses weak, Zephyr broke her own hand to get out of the cuffs. Tucker came with food. Zephyr tried to hide her pain. Tucker said Moses wasn't right for her, that Zephyr was better off with him. Apparently, he liked her. After Tucker left, Zephyr continued freeing herself with her broken thumb. But it wasn't enough. With a strong will to live, she bit her hand off to remove her thumb and escape the cuffs. When Tucker returned, he saw a blooded bundle and only found a thumb. Zephyr was hiding behind a door and quickly locked it. But Tucker had a secret door. Zephyr started the boat, but Tucker cut the power. The boat wouldn't move. Zephyr fought back using a flare. Tucker chased her. Now it was one-on-one. Zephyr used a frying pan to knock Tucker out. She swam toward the shore, but Tucker chased her in a small boat. He choked her until she passed out and brought her back on board. The end. Not yet. Moses was still alive. He saw Zephyr tied up, about to be fed to vicious sharks. This time it was a massive bull shark circling her. The shark approached Zephyr, kicked it away, and it swam toward the boat. Tucker stabbed it with a fish spear, but the spear fell near Zephyr. She took it to defend herself. Using her wit, Zephyr used the spear to free herself. Underwater, she swam. She encountered a shark but remained calm, and it swam away. Zephyr snuck up with a harpoon for sea hunting. She shot Tucker. He fell into the water. The sharks, attracted by his greed and blood, devoured him. The end. Zephyr and Moses now live in peace. Don't forget to like and subscribe.